One giant jump turned a simple mango harvest into the wildest golden fruit storm the village had ever seen. Warm afternoon sunlight covered the orchard, where ripe mangoes hung high among the green leaves. Their golden skins glowed above the bamboo fence, while empty baskets waited beneath the trees. Timmy Tinker studied the high branches and searched for a safe way to reach them. A ladder looked too short, and climbing the tree would take too long. Then Timmy noticed the old trampoline near the garden shed. He imagined Chubby Max bouncing high enough to reach the fruit while he collected every mango below. Max loved the idea immediately. Together, they dragged the trampoline beneath the largest tree, checked the frame, tightened the springs, and cleared stones from the grass. Buddy Popcorn circled the equipment with excitement. He seemed convinced that the trampoline had been brought outside for a new game instead of the harvest. Timmy placed several baskets along the edge and explained the plan. Max would jump gently, twist toward the branches, and drop one mango at a time into the waiting containers. Max began with a cautious bounce. The trampoline dipped, lifted him a short distance, and returned him safely to the center. Timmy cheered while Buddy barked at every landing. The second jump carried Max closer to the lowest fruit. He reached out, touched one mango, and watched it sway just beyond his fingers. Determined to succeed, Max bent his knees and asked Timmy for a stronger bounce. Timmy reminded him that control was more important than height, but Max was already preparing. He jumped with all his strength. The trampoline stretched deeply, then launched him toward the leafy canopy like a cheerful rocket. Max grabbed a branch to steady himself. The sudden movement shook the tree, and dozens of ripe mangoes began trembling above the orchard. For one silent second, Timmy looked upward. Then, the fruit fell like golden rain. Mangoes bounced across the trampoline, rolled through the grass, struck the empty baskets, and flew toward the bamboo fence. Buddy raced for cover beneath a wooden cart. Timmy ran in every direction, trying to catch the fruit before it hit the ground. Each mango he saved seemed to be followed by 3 more rolling away. One yellow mango bounced over the fence and landed in the neighbor's yard. Another dropped into a small wagon, causing the wheels to begin rolling down the mossy garden path. Timmy chased the wagon while calling for it to stop, even though the wagon clearly had no intention of listening. Buddy followed behind, barking like an official rescue team. High above them, Max remained balanced on a thick branch with an empty basket hanging from one arm. He watched the chaos below and announced that the harvest was working better than expected. The trampoline gradually disappeared beneath a mountain of mangoes. Passing villagers stopped at the fence and stared at the enormous golden pile. Some believed Timmy had invented a brilliant new farming method. Timmy smiled proudly and allowed them to keep believing it while he guided the runaway wagon back toward the orchard. The neighbor returned the mango that had crossed the fence and joined the laughter. Soon, villagers formed a line from the trampoline to the baskets, turning the accident into a community harvest. Max lowered the empty basket from the branch while Timmy showed everyone which fruit should be handled gently. Even Buddy carried a mango before becoming distracted by a butterfly. What had started as a risky shortcut now revealed a better lesson. Unusual ideas can work, but only when friends communicate, prepare for surprises, and work together when plans change. With help from the villagers, Max climbed down safely. The friends then gathered every scattered mango and checked the fruit for bruises. Good mangoes were placed into clean baskets. Softer ones were saved for juice, jam, and a sweet evening dessert so that nothing from the harvest would be wasted. As the sunlight softened, the orchard became peaceful again. Dappled shadows moved beneath the leaves, while Buddy searched the grass for any forgotten fruit. Timmy, Max, and Buddy sat beneath the tree and shared slices of the ripest mango. The sweet flavor made the chase, the bouncing fruit, and the wild confusion feel worthwhile. After their break, they cleaned the trampoline, folded the equipment, returned the wagon, and stacked the filled baskets beside the cottage porch. Long shadows stretched from the bamboo fence as the sun moved toward the horizon. The orchard path slowly returned to its quiet evening rhythm. The friends carried the final baskets home beneath a sky painted orange, pink, and purple. Buddy walked proudly beside them as though he had supervised the entire mission. Under the first stars, Timmy wrote a new rule for future harvests. Use the trampoline carefully, prepare more baskets, and never ask Max for the strongest possible jump. Max laughed and promised to remember, although the adventurous sparkle in his eyes suggested that tomorrow might bring another experiment. As moonlight settled over the silent orchard, the trees rested above the empty grass, holding the promise of another joyful summer harvest. The golden baskets beside the cottage became a quiet reminder that teamwork can turn even the messiest mistake into a successful day.